Hey guys, it's Fifa here, and welcome to this World Cup Icon Luis Hernandez player review. I managed to get this guy out of one of those guaranteed icon packs, and if you're interested, you can see that video on my channel. I played a couple of games with him first, and then I decided to do this review. So this is a team I used him in, starting with Szczesny in goal, Piszczek, Moore, Varane and Bertrand in defence, Pereira, Tolisso, Deco and Griezmann in midfield, with R9 Ronaldo and Luis Hernandez in strike. Originally I played Hernandez on the left, but I found that he got the best start of him when he played him on the right, so I'd recommend any of you to do that first. Hernandez is 5'9", which is on the smaller side for a striker. He has high attacking and medium defensive work rate, which is ideal for this type of player. Some people like high-low work rates, but I don't really see this as an issue. He's right-footed and has a 3-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. To point out some of his key attributes, he's got 94 acceleration, 91 attack positioning and finishing, 93 agility, 89 dribbling, 93 heading accuracy and 89 jumping. Getting into the in-game clips, I'll start with his positives, first one being his pace. This is definitely the thing which stands out to me on the card. He's one of the fastest strikers in the World Cup game mode and is unmatched by most defenders in the game, making him a deadly threat in the attack. His 94 acceleration means that he hits top speed quickly and is almost impossible to catch. Next I'll talk about his passing. Because he was paired up with players like R9 Ronaldo, Hernandez often took the role of setting up the goals, and his short passing for these situations was great. They are powerful and accurate enough to reach the player and to start quick counter-attacks, which is the way I play FIFA this year. As you might have seen at the beginning of the video, he has as many assists as he does goals, so this is an important part of my attack in the World Cup game mode. Another great thing about this card is his dribbling and agility. His initial touch and ball control in general is excellent. He plays in a similar way to Messi and doesn't let the ball get too far away from his feet at all times. His dribbling and pace combination make him a nightmare to defend against, as you can just run at your opponent, turning the stick every now and again to beat players with ease. Last is agility, which is almost perfect in 93. Both in and out of sprint, you can turn it instantly without slowing down too much, and the comparison to Messi also applies to this stat. His jumping is good, it allows him to compete in the air with some defenders, mainly those on the smaller side such as left backs and right backs. Heading accuracy is also one of the highest stats on the card, so if he does manage to get on the end of an air ball, most of the time his heading is very accurate. However, my favourite thing about this card is his attack positioning and run making ability. If you watch the clips where he's off the ball, you can see that he makes runs to slip between your opponent's centre backs, and he never gets caught offside, which really impressed me. I like how he knows where the line is and just stays close enough until you can send him a ball he can chase after. His stamina is also decent, especially considering he's an icon, which are renowned for having low stamina. This is important to the card, however, because you'll find yourself constantly running with Hernandez, so decent stamina is vital. I find his strength and balance to be quite impressive. He only has 65 strength, however he does have 85 balance, which makes him hard to dispossess, and you'll find when he does go down, it's usually because of a foul. The last positive is his skill moves at 4-star, which for most people is the benchmark for attackers. There is a big step in available skill moves between 3-star and 4-star, so having this means it adds another form of attacking ability to your team. Now onto the negatives, starting with the main one which really frustrated me, and that was his inconsistent shooting. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned how I played him on the right hand side to get the most out of him, and that's because shooting across the goal was the best way to score with this card. He could shoot both outside and inside the box from this position, and he actually managed to score some great goals. However, his finishing from other positions seemed very hit and miss. He also struggled to keep some shots on target when finessing, so I'd stick to just powering it across the goalkeeper. This also ties into his curve, which I think is in the mid-70s, and is probably why his finesse shots weren't all that great. It's almost like they don't have the final bit of curve to put it in the top corner, and as a result they narrowly miss. Next is his weak foot, which surprised me a bit because I've used other players with similar weak foot that have played decent, but shooting on Hernandez's weak foot is a big mistake. He either puts them wide, drags the shot, or they'll have little power on them, so overall it was really disappointing, and I'd recommend anyone to just stick with his stronger foot. The last negative is his height. I know I mentioned his jumping as a positive, but he still struggles in the air against most defenders and tall players. It's a bit disappointing crossing the ball into him, knowing he's got good jumping and amazing heading accuracy, to see him get beat all the time, overall just wasting your attack. So overall I'm going to give Hernandez an 8.5 out of 10. He can be outshined as a striker by other players like my Ronaldo, but he plays well as someone you'd use to set up a goal. It's frustrating to see him miss the target so often, but he does get multiple chances to score in a game thanks to his pace and dribbling. Also, I use him with basic and sniper, and I didn't see much difference in how he played. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. I've got a small lineup of players for reviewing this week, but if you'd like to request any player reviews, please just leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to reply.